You are welcome to today's lesson. Our lesson for today is on the last aspect of transformation called enlargement. And by the end of the lesson, we should be able to enlarge any object from the origin O. To explain the entire concept of enlargement, I'm going to be using a torchlight, a dinosaur, a kangaroo, and a hangman. Now let's place the torchlight in front of the three objects. What do you see? You see the shadows of the three objects on the wall. Now let's pick the first object and move it towards the light. What do you see? You see that the shadow increases in size. Let's pick the second object and move it towards the light. The shadow also increases in size. Now when we pick the last object and move it towards the source of light, the shadow also increases in size. Now when an object was drawn nearer to the source of light, it was observed that the shadow of the object increased. This is called enlargement. The light is referred to as the center of enlargement, and the shadow that appeared on the wall is called the image of the object. Now let's take note. The ratio of the size of the image to that of the object is referred to as the scale factor. So anytime we are talking about enlargement, the scale factor plays a vital role. The scale factor determines how the object increases in size. Now let's talk about enlargement from the origin O. If the point xy is enlarged from the origin by the scale factor k, then the image point is kx, ky. The mapping is anytime I have an object point xy and I'm enlarging using a scale factor k, what happens is that the scale factor, which is the k, will multiply both the x coordinate and the y coordinate. That is how come we have kx and ky, which can also be written as x, y, which is a point, producing kx, ky. Now the k could be a positive or a negative whole number or fraction. Let's look at an example. In this example, a triangle has vertices A, 1, 2, B, 4, 3, and C, 2, 4. If ABC mapping to A1, B1, C1 is an enlargement from the origin O, 0, 0, with the scale factor 2, find the coordinates of A1, B1, C1. Now remember that the scale factor given in the question is k equals 2. It therefore means that anytime I have an object point xy and I'm enlarging the object point xy through the origin, I have to multiply my object point by my scale factor, and the scale factor given is 2. So 2 multiplying the object point xy will become 2x, 2y, which can also be written as xy mapping to 2x, 2y, that is in a colon form. Now this formula implies that anytime I have an object point xy and I'm enlarging the object point through the origin, I'm going to multiply my object point by the scale factor. The scale factor given in this question is 2. So we multiply the x coordinate by 2 and the y coordinate by 2. Let's pick the first object point. The first object point given in the question is A, 1, 2. So we are going to multiply the x coordinate, which is 1, and the y coordinate, which is 2, by the scale factor 2. So that produces 2 times 1, then also 2 times 2. And that gives the image point A1, 2, 4. The second object point given is B, 4, 3. In the same way, we are going to multiply the object point by our scale factor 2, and that will produce 2 times 4 and 2 times 3, giving the image point B1, 8, 6. The final object point is C24. In the same way, we multiply through using our scale factor 2, and that produces 2 times 2 and 2 times 4, which finally gives the image point C1, 4, 8. Now let's take our assignment for the lesson. In this assignment, a triangle has vertices P, 3, 5, Q, 6, 5, and R, 4, 6. If PQR mapping to P1, Q1, R1 is an enlargement from the origin O, 0, 0, with scale factor 3, find the coordinate of P1, Q1, R1. Don't forget to submit your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson.